The courtroom smelled of polished wood and stale anxiety. I sat perfectly still, my hands folded, pretending the storm inside me was calm. Her lawyer smirked, leaning across the aisle like a predator sniffing weakness. "Your client doesn't even have representation," he said, voice dripping contempt. The judge's eyes flicked toward me. "Are you representing yourself?" I didn't blink. "No, Your Honor." A pause, the kind that stretches seconds into eternities. Then the courtroom door opened. 3 men walked in. Tailored suits, crisp ties, the kind of presence that made people feel suddenly small. $5,000 each, I guessed. Their steps were synchronized, precise, deliberate. The air shifted. The contempt on her lawyer's face faltered, almost imperceptibly. Almost. I felt a flicker of something. Not satisfaction yet, but the first taste of control. Her eyes met mine across the room. I studied them carefully. The casual arrogance she always wore like armor. The careless flicker of fear she thought she hid. I let her wonder what I had done. Let her imagine the worst. I remembered the night I first suspected. A message on her phone that wasn't meant for me. A laugh in the dark that didn't reach her eyes. Every small lie she told, carefully packaged as truth, now unraveled in my memory. I had stayed quiet, observed, calculated. Let the rage settle into something sharper, something I could wield. The court clerk called the case. Voices rose and fell around me, but I was silent, detached. My mind worked faster than the whispers in the room. DNA tests, hidden bank statements, phone records, proof of conversations she thought vanished into the ether. I had followed the trail of her deception like a predator, tracking scent, step by meticulous step. I let her lawyer speak. Let him parade confidence. Let him think the game was theirs. The 3 attorneys I'd quietly hired settled into their places. One handed me a folder, thick with truth I had orchestrated into a weapon. She didn't know yet. Couldn't imagine. That look on her face, the first real crack in her carefully constructed composure, was mine to savor silently. Not anger, not relief. Something colder. The judge cleared his throat. "Shall we proceed?" I nodded, calm, calculated, every heartbeat controlled, every motion precise. Outside, the city carried on. Inside, she was about to understand the distance between deception and discovery, between arrogance and annihilation. And I, finally, held all the pieces. The judge tapped the folder I placed on the bench. My pulse was steady. On the surface, calm. Beneath, a storm of satisfaction. Silent, but precise. She glanced at the folder, then at me. A flicker of fear, denial. She opened her mouth, but the words froze mid-air. One of the attorneys spoke first. "Your Honor, the documents confirm." He didn't need to finish. I had already memorized her lies, traced every thread of deception, every hidden affair, every secret bank account, every manipulated truth. I leaned back slightly, watching her. The mask cracked further. Her hands fidgeted. Not a plea, not a defense, just tiny, telling betrayals of panic. The judge's gavel hovered, waiting for clarity. "Do you wish to respond?" Her eyes, wide now, darted to mine. The arrogance was gone, replaced by the hollow look of someone trapped, realizing they had miscalculated. I didn't speak. I didn't need to. Silence was my blade. I let her imagine the evidence in full. Let her feel each secret unraveling without me uttering a single word. She stammered. A feeble attempt at control, but the weight of truth pressed down like ice. She saw it then, the proof, undeniable. Her double life laid bare, exposed not by rage, but by calculated patience. I handed over the last piece of the puzzle, a single report, cold, clinical, DNA confirmation, bank transfers, the undeniable link that she had tried so hard to hide. Her lips parted, a whisper. How? I didn't answer. I only smiled faintly. A shadow of victory, detached, precise. The courtroom felt smaller around her, each gaze another reminder of her failure. The judge looked between us. It seems the matter is clear. I nodded, minimal. A man of facts, not theatrics. Her lawyer sank into his chair, defeated, useless. She tried one last gamble, a desperate plea, a tremor of manipulation, but it faltered, hollow and impotent. The truth was already carved into the record. I rose slowly. My footsteps measured, echoing authority. Not a shout, not a drama, just the quiet assertion of dominance. She looked at me, realization fully dawning. Her empire of lies collapsed under the weight of calculated patience. Outside, the doors opened. The city waited. She would leave here broken, humiliated. Nothing left but her own conscience. I walked past her, eyes forward. No satisfaction in cruelty, only clarity, only finality. The storm inside me had settled, cold, detached, complete. She would remember this day, not as a betrayal exposed, but as a silence she could not undo. And I? I had regained control. I had reclaimed myself. The courtroom faded behind me. My past, my anger, my strategy, all folded into the precise rhythm of my steps. I was free.